Hey everybody, Mac here, and we are going to graph some inequalities. This is going to get messy. I hope you watched the video that I did on the whiteboard, so you can kind of see how I did it freehand. And if you haven't, go to maxtutorials.com, and you'll be able to see me working this on a whiteboard. Okay, so here I go. This is going to be old guy with way too much technology, and let's see what happens. Please like and subscribe to this. Give me some positive comments. It'll make me feel better, especially after I take a stab at what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so first of all, I want in red to do this one right here. Now, we just graphed this like a normal line. If you go back to chapter 5 at maxtutorials.com, you'll see that I worked these out. And we're going to start at plus 1. That's a 1 in front of the x. So it's like 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. And up and right is the same as down, left, down, left. Now, if you look at this equal sign, there's no, or it's just a greater than. There's no equal to that. So that means I'm going to do a dashed line, not a solid line. If it had the equal, that's when I do the solid line. Okay, all right, now we're going to go for it. Here we go. We're going to graph, and it says y is greater than. Okay, notice the y is greater. Well, y's are greater up here. So I'm going to shade the side that belongs to the up arrow, which is this side of the line. Okay? All right, so let's do the next one. We're going to do this next one in blue. Okay? So I'm going to start at plus 7, and I'm going to go, it's negative 1 over 1. So that's down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. And if you notice, that one also has no equal sign. So this will also be a dashed line. Now, I have two sides of the equation here. And so the question is, which side do I do? Well, it wants the y's less than. Y's are less than down here. So I want to shade the side of the line that includes that, which is this whole area right here. So what's the answer? The answer is where they cross. Okay, cool. Where? Well, where do they cross? And they cross, if you notice, right in here. Okay, this is where they both shade. And so this, my friends, will be my answer. Okay, and if you want to get real technical about it, you can do a line, black. Oh, that's probably not the one I wanted. This looks more like what I wanted. You have a dashed line, now that you put them all together, but use the two different colors to figure it out. And that, my friends, is one graph. Let's see if I have the smarts to do that again, or 7 more times. Okay, let's do this one right here. So I'm going to start at negative 3. Okay, let me get a smaller one here. And that's going to go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. Remember, go to chapter 5, where I work on graphing or graphing inequalities. Now, this one has the equal sign. So because it has the equal sign, I'm going to want to, you can see right there, I'm going to want to do a straight line. Oops, I left my thingy. Straight line looks like something like that. Now I have to decide which side I'm going to shade. Well, I want to shade the side where the y's are greater, and the y's are greater up here. So I want to shade this side of the line. Okay? So there you go. There's my shading. All right? Now, going back, I want to do the other one. I'm going to do that one in blue. So I'm going to start at plus 6. And I'm going to go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. There's no equal sign, so it's going to be a dashed line. And this wants me to shade where the y's are less than, where the y's are getting smaller. Well, the y's get smaller down here. So I want to shade the side that goes here. And so now the question is, where do they cross? And the answer is they cross right in here. And you'll always have, if you notice, the x's will make a quadrant. And so there's basically, 1, 2, 3, 4. And through one of those is where they're going to cross. And so you just want to show the shading, and that is where they cross. If you don't believe me, look down here, and you can see what they did. Here's the shading. It looks like what I just did. Here's some shading. It looks like what I just did. So you'll see that in the answer key. And notice the dashed lines and the solid lines, okay? Let's keep going through these. Let's go ahead and go to the third one. We're going to go ahead and start with the red. And I'm going to start at plus 4. And I'm going to go negative 1 over 1. So down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. If you notice that it does have the equal sign, so this will be a straight line. And then I just have to decide the shade. And I want to shade where the y's get smaller. The y's get smaller down here, so I shade the side of the line that's down here, which is here. Okay? So now let's go to the next one. Let's do it in blue. So I'm going to start at -2, and it's a 1 in front of the x. So I'm going to go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, and this will be a dashed line. Now, which side do I shade? That's very, very important. I shade where the y's get big, where the y's get larger, which is right here. So it's going to be this side of the line. Okay, and once I do that, you can see where they cross. And I'll just take my cool black marker and I will just shade it in like that and it will become black. And there you go. Make sure that this part is dotted and make sure that that part is solid. All right, let's go on to the next one. Here we go. Let's start with the red. Okay, so y is greater than 1. That's a 1 over 2x. Okay, so we're going to start at -1. We're going to go up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. If you want to go the other way, it's down and left 2, down and left 2. And this line is going to be, if you take a look, it has no equal sign. So we are going to, well, hold on. So we're going to do a, sorry, again, old guy with technology. It's a very dangerous thing. We are going to do a dashed line. Boom, 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 like that. So now I want to shade the area where the y's go up, where the y's get larger. Okay, and the y's get larger up here. So I'm going to shade this side of the line. Yay! Okay, so now notice how I kind of did it perpendicular to the line. If you're doing this with a pencil, you'll see them crisscross better if you do it kind of perpendicular to the line. So that's helpful if you're just using one color. If you have colored pencils, that's kind of awesome. You should do that. Okay, and -2 over 1, so you're going to go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. And it does have an equal sign, so we're going to go ahead and make a nice solid line. So that just leaves us the question is where do we shade? We shade where the y's get smaller. The y's get smaller down here, so we want to shade this side of the line. Make sure you go all the way across. Okay, and when you do that, you can see that it all crosses right here. This is where they all connect. Okay, and so that's going to be my answer. And so remember, it's going to be dotted here, and it's going to be solid there. All right. Let's go on halfway there, and I haven't embarrassed myself too much, I don't think. Here we go. We're going to go +2, and it's down 1 over 1. So down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. If you notice, it does have an equal sign, so we're going to do a straight line. Boom. All right, and so now we're going to go ahead and shade where the y's get bigger. The y's get bigger over here, so I'm going to shade this way. Cool? All right, let's go ahead and do my blues. I'm going to start at +1, and I'm going to go up 3, 2, 3, over 1. Up 2, 3, over 1. And I'm going to do, because there's no equal sign, I'm going to do a dash line. Okay, and once I do a dash line, where are my y's smaller? Make sure it's blue. My y's are smaller right here. So here's my line. I want to do the side of the line that includes this area right here, which would be right there. Boom, 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 boom. And where does it cross? It crosses right in here. Right up to there. And make sure also when you do show it, you show that it's dashed here and it's solid there as well. Okay? And so your answer key won't have like all this shaded and the blue here and all that. And they won't have the extras. They'll only have the quadrant when it's all said and done, likely. And so just make sure you have your dotted here, dashed here, and it's filled in, where the black is. All righty, let's keep going. All right, so this one right here, we're going to do in red. We're going to start at +5. And I'm going to go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, because it's a 1 in front of that x. And that's what it looks like. There is no equal sign, so I need to make sure that I do a dash. All right, not my best. So here we go. We're going to shade it where the y's get smaller. Y's get smaller down here, so I want to shade this side. Okay, all the way through. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my blue. And on my blue, I start at -2. Oops. Let me get it right there. I the wrong thing. There we go. So -2 is where we start, and we're going to go down 1 over 2. That's a -1 over 2. So starting at -2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, or up 1, left 2. Okay, it works the same way. And that has an equal sign, so I want to do a solid line. You notice I have 4 quadrants. Boom, 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 and boom. The question is, where's the shading going to be? Well, I know it's going to be one of these two because of the red. So let me get my shading going here for the blue, and I want to do it where the Y's get bigger. Okay, the Y's get bigger on this side, so I want to shade the side that has the up arrow, which is right here. So where do they cross? They cross right in here. Okay, and they go all the way up to that blue line. And the blue is the line, and remember the red is going to be a dash. Okay, cool. 2 more. Let's keep going on this. This is fun. Colors. I like playing with colors. I haven't done that in a while. That's fun. -2 over 1. Down 2 over 1. Down 2 over 1. That's the same as up 2 over 1. And it's going to be, because there's no equal sign, it's going to be a dash line. Dash, 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 dash. That's fun. Dash. That's from The Incredibles. I like him. That's fun. My wife loves The Incredibles, especially Jack Jack. Here we go. We want to do where the Y's get bigger. Y's get bigger right there. So I want to do the side. That includes that, which is all the way through. Cool? Alrighty. Let's go ahead now to the blues. And so I'm going to start at +1. And that's a 1 in front, so that's 1 over 1, rise 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, or down left, down left. And it does have an equal sign, so this does become a straight line, not a dash line. Now I have to figure out where I'm going to shade. I'm going to shade where the Y's get smaller. Y's get smaller down right here, so I want to shade this part of the line. Okay, so now you can probably see very easily that this is where they all connect. Okay, so this is the part that you want to shade in, and you'll notice that it's going to be dashed here, it's going to be solid here, and this quadrant is your answer. Last one, okay? So let's go ahead and start with my red. I'm going to start at +2, and I have a slope of 1 over 2. So that's up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, or down 1, left 2. And if you notice, there is an equal sign, so I do want to do a straight line. Now I got to figure out which way I'm going to shade, and I am going to shade, oops, I changed my color. There we go. I want to shade where the Y's get bigger, which is right here. So I want to shade this side of the line up here. Okay? And now I'm going to do my blues. I'm going to start at +8 up here. And I'm going to go down 1 over 1. That's like -1 over 1. Down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. And there is no equal sign, so it's going to be a dashed line. Okay, and boom, boom, boom. I am going to shade where the Y's get smaller. Y's get smaller down here, so I don't want to shade up here. I want to shade down here. Okay, boom, 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 boom. And where do they cross? They cross right in this area. Okay, and then make sure when you're looking at the answer key, because sometimes they'll shade the right quadrant, and you'll just want to put it down. Make sure you notice that it's dashed here and it's solid here. That could be a part that might screw you up. So just watch for that, okay? Hey, we got through A, and look how colorful this is. This is so pretty. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you had fun. And I'll see you on the next one. Let's do some more of these. Let's go on to section B. See you guys there.